Good evening, everyone. Oh, actually, one second. Hold on. Need to make sure that everything. Yeah, good job, OPS. Funny story. I think it was last week. I recorded for like 6 hours. I feel like this is becoming a recurring problem now that I start talking about it out loud. I recorded for like 6 hours. I was just doing, I wasn't doing like anything majorly important or anything. Like, I think I was just messing around in Palace of the Dead, getting more stuff for more weapons and or whatever. And no, this was a little while ago. This wasn't last week because this was before patch 5.55. The Zadmor patch came out. I think it was the weekend before that came out. So I was getting more Palace of the Dead items, the Time Worn artifacts and all that. I was doing that, and I decided to record myself doing that, and it was like an almost 6 hour recording session. And I didn't realize until when I went to go render and edit everything to post that, which it never get posted. So that's telling you how far that got. I realized that the resolution was off, like completely off. And that happened before, actually. I was doing like a video where I was just talking and the resolution was off. But I still posted that one because, for one thing, I talked about some pretty important stuff in that video. And another thing, the actual visuals weren't really the point of that video, so I was fine with posting that. But this was like, come on. The reason why that happens a lot is because, look, alright, so Final Fantasy 14 is the only game I play in 1440p. All of my other games I play in 1080p because I have a 1440p monitor on the left and I have a 1080p monitor on the right. They're both about the same quality type of monitor, although my 1080p one has a higher refresh rate. Not that it really matters because I tend to cap my FPS most of the time anyway, especially if I'm recording something. But basically, like, Final Fantasy 14 is like the only game I actually play in 1440p. Most of my other games I just play on my other monitor in 1080p. But Final Fantasy 14 special. I tried to go back to playing in 1080p for Final Fantasy 14, but I just couldn't because I'm too used to the size of all the icons and stuff. You go back to 1080p, everything gets bigger, and there's just less space for everything. And I'm just so used to 1440p now that I can't go back. So yeah, but because I play Final Fantasy 14 and for 1440p and everything else in 1080p, I'm constantly having to change the resolutions. So yeah, and also in OBS, for some reason, it doesn't detect a 1440p setting, so I have to manually input 1440p as well. And when I manually input it, it defaults the base outscaling resolution to like the smallest one possible. So that's what ends up happening. That's why I get a really tiny picture and then you blow it up to 1080p and it gets, super blurry. I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Long story short, I recorded for like 6 hours and had to throw out the entire thing. I'm very upset about that. I'm actually not that upset anymore. I just, like, you move on. You make stupid mistakes, you move on, and thankfully it wasn't anything like important that couldn't be easily replaced or anything. I'm sure we'll have plenty more opportunities to do Palace of the Dead. I actually wanted to do some Palace of the Dead. I felt like it. I felt like some deep dungeon today. But then I realized I'm not actually in a position where I can get the Time Worn artifacts anymore because I don't have that quest active. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. So I have to do the step before that, which is the 15 runs of Crystal Tower, or I don't actually know what the Basha method is. Probably critical engagements or something. I don't know. No, it's not. It's 3 Castrum Lacus Latores. That's right. Yeah, I'm never going back to Castrum Lacus Latore. That's not happening. I haven't even done the Dalradia. I'm at the part where you're supposed to do Dalradia, and I just haven't. Mostly because I don't feel like waiting around. Like yesterday, I was like, you know what? I gotta do the Dalradia. I gotta at least get this done, finish up the story. I mean, I didn't even have to do Zadnor for my weapon, but I decided to anyway. I was gonna go do Dalradia, and I was sitting there, and I waited for like 5 minutes before I got bored and did something else because I didn't want to sit there and wait for it to spawn. Yeah, long story short. Long story long, actually, because nothing's ever short with me. What are we doing today? Because I have no plans. We could try and go do Dalradia, but I don't feel like I don't have the energy to deal with that right now. I'll probably save that for some time. I will do it eventually. I went this far. I completed my weapon. Yeah, I took a break recording so I could just work on my weapon, and I completed it. So yeah, it's done. It's there. I don't like how it looks at all. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like okay, when you're just looking at it like this, right? The base model, I think it looks fine. There's that weird like little pointy thing that looks like it's gonna just stab into my back when I move, or maybe stab my elbows when I'm just kind of moving around. It looks kind of dangerous if I'm being completely honest. But you know, when it comes to the base model, I'm fine with it, except for like those really sharp, pointy things that are just kind of there for some reason. I don't know. You know, you'd figure chakrams. There's a lot of spinning when it comes to chakrams, I think. I'm totally a weapons expert, by the way, so I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these chakrams. But I imagine chakrams, like, the reason why it's like all round is because, you know, you can spin them. I feel like having a pointy thing that can get stuck into the enemy kind of defeats the purpose of the whole spinning thing. But what the hell do I know, right? But anyways, besides that little pointy part, I actually like the base model. But then when you pull it out and you get the little glow, it's like, ugh, just like, ugh, oh god. And that's how I feel about a lot of the finished resistance weapons, is that the base model is fine for some of them, but then you pull it out and the glow just really lets it down, in my opinion. And you can't just get the model by itself. Like, it's this with the glow. There's no like prerequisite step that's just the model by itself, like it usually is with a lot of these weapon types. Yeah, it's like it's it with the glow, or it's all or nothing basically. So yeah, I'm sure I'll glamour over these eventually because I'm not a huge fan of how they look. But I have to say, the dancer weapons, compared to some of the other weapons, isn't nearly as disappointing, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe some people like them. I don't know. Like I was looking at the machinist weapon. I actually kind of don't mind the machinist weapon. Like, that's probably among one of the better ones, I feel, even with the glow. I feel like it's better without the glow. I feel like most, if not all of the weapons are better without the glow, but whatever. So yeah, I was working on this last week, or I guess Zadnor up until that week. I finished it on like Friday or Saturday, the week that Zadnor came out, and I actually did Zadnor. Like, I was going through Zadnor. You don't have to do Zadnor. You literally, like, you enter Zadnor, and then as soon as you enter, you leave to go get the weapon quest. But I decided, you know what? I already was forced to do the first parts of this story and, you know, go through all of the Southern Front. I might as well do Zadnor. So I suffered myself through Zadnor. I didn't record any of it or bother trying to record any of it because, if I'm being honest, I'm not a huge fan of Baja content. And, I mean, I can't even keep myself entertained in there, let alone trying to entertain other people, so that wasn't gonna happen. So I got through Zadnor, I got all my items. I actually ended up having to do some of the raids. I did kind of like 60-40. Like, I did about 60% of my weapon in Zadnor, just doing the, you know, the skirmishes and critical engagements and stuff. And then the rest of it I did with the raids. The raid part, I actually really like that step. I wish that step was one of the repeatable steps, but just on a smaller scale. Like, maybe only like 10 of each item instead of, you know, 30. Because that step was actually a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun going back, revisiting a lot of those raids. Even if, you know, people just picked whatever was the fastest to do, and probably still are doing that. Like, I tried to queue for Shiva because I really liked Shiva, and, like, I got that once. And it's because it was the only thing I picked, and I had to wait for like 8 minutes, so it wasn't worth doing it. Yeah, everyone else would just, I mean, when it comes to these types of things, people tend to just pick whatever's the fastest. Which is why they should have a light step. Because you can do whatever you want. And you always make progress, even if it's just a little bit. I don't know why they don't want to do a light step anymore. I think the light step is genius, and they should probably bring it back for the next weapon they do. I don't really have anything I want to do today. I just kind of decided I'd record some stuff, but I don't actually have anything I need to record. Or need to do. Or want to do, really, in particular. Like, I haven't even finished the story. Mostly because there's no rush to finish it, really. Like, I mean, we have until the end, till the launch of Endwalker, which is still 5.5 months away to finish the story. And, you know, I'm not in any rush to complete it, even though I've heard it's really good. Surprisingly, I haven't been spoiled up yet, despite me not doing it. Nice little weather change there. But yeah, I haven't done the story yet. I should probably do the story. Maybe I'll record myself doing the story. Not today though, because I'm just not in the mood for that. I mean, look, it's like we got 5.5 months until Endwalker comes out, right? But yeah, like, time flies, man. It feels like yesterday I was saying, oh man, we got like over 6 months until Endwalker. Now it's 5.5 months. It almost, like, it feels like not too long ago we just got the reveal for Endwalker. And that was back in February. That was 3 months ago, and it feels like 3 weeks ago. It's crazy. I don't know how time's just going by. I mean, at least for me, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I've been fairly personally productive, I guess. Does that make sense? Personally productive? Because like I've been working on, first off, this patch came out at kind of a weird time because I was getting into this personal project of mine. I'm not gonna say what it is because if I did, you think I would I'd be insane. The people in my free company know what I'm doing, and they think I'm insane. I don't need you guys to think I'm insane too. Not, at least not until I've completed my project and finished it all and it's all done and I can show off how freaking insane I am. I started this personal project and I've been working on that and was really into it, and then the patch came out and I had to take a break from that, which is really sucks because I still wanted to work on the project, but I also didn't want to fall behind on the weapon. I wanted to get my weapon done, and then I got my weapon done, and then I went back to that project. But in between completing my weapon and doing that personal project, I've done like no recording at all. Remember like a few weeks ago I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a schedule so that, you know, I'll actually keep myself recording and keeping things coming at a normal pace. Yeah, that went out the window. I mean, I can still pick that back up, but that went out the window like real freaking quick. Like I didn't even stick with that for like 2 weeks before that just completely just thrown out with bathwater. People still say that? Is that even a saying? Thrown out with bathwater? Google, help me out. Google, baby thrown out with the bathwater. I did not know that was the part that I was missing. That's a little weird. Whatever. Thanks, Google. You helped me out. Yeah, but that was gone. It's weird though, cause like when I need to do something or when I need to be somewhere, I do that thing or I am there, right? Like when I needed to get to class, I got to class. When I needed to go to work, I went to work, you know? No matter what, like I would do it. I would get up, I would wake up, I wouldn't, you know, mess around. I would go and do it. You know, sometimes I'd be working on like 5 hours of sleep. I'd wake up, despite how tired I still was, I'd wake up, get ready, go to my horrible 12-hour shift at Amazon, to do that, come home, sleep for another 5 hours after I ate dinner, and then went back for another 12-hour shift, because it's just 12-hour shifts 5 days in a row working at Amazon. Amazon's such a terrible place to work. Oh my god. I actually like, I'm glad I'm not working there anymore. I actually wanted to do a video where I just completely just shitted on Amazon, just completely dumped on how terrible it is to work there. But I restrained myself. I don't know. I feel like it. At the end of the day, it's a job. You know, it's long hours, tedious, manual labor. Some departments are worse than others when it comes to how physically taxing it is, I guess. Because there's like things where you just, you know, you sort like stuff into like little cubbies or whatever, and then there's stuff where you're literally like loading and unloading boxes from trailers and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to do a video where I just completely dumped on Amazon and how bad it is to work there, but I stopped myself because it's just like, you know, it's a job, and you know, it pays, you know, technically, you know, it pays, and I'm sure there's worse jobs out there in the world, and you know, people don't need, there's already enough negativity out there, but really Amazon sucks. Is there any point to this video? Oh my god, is there any point to this video? I just started recording and I've just been talking to myself for like 17 minutes walking around the lavender beds. That's another thing too, I walk around the lavender beds a lot. I barely say any other people. I don't know. I mean, I am in a sub-district, if that matters. It really doesn't, but like, I like the idea of the housing districts, right? You know, it's a nice, like, you know, big neighborhood, lots of people. Like, what? There's 30 houses per, like, sub-district, right? Or subdivision. And, so they've got a nice mixture of free company housing and individual housing. So there's a big pool of people who could theoretically come here. I never see anybody in these housing areas. Never. Like occasionally I'll walk to the market board in this district or in the or in my personal housing district in the in Shirogane, and occasionally I'll see someone at the market board just checking stuff, but I never see anyone walking around, which is a real shame because there's a lot of like kind of nice scenic areas to kind of hang out in. Like there's a nice little park kind of over in this area that to hang out in. Sometimes I go hang out there and craft. I don't see anyone there. It's just like nice little waterfall that you can look, or like right here on the bridge. The bridges are really nice. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's like a little secret hidden like hot springs next to one of the mansions in Shirogane. I really wanted that mansion plot, by the way. Let's go check it out. I wanted that mansion plot, but yeah, there was no way I was getting that. Like everyone wanted that mansion plot when Shirogane came out, so there's no way I was gonna get it. I don't know how I managed to get this plot in particular. This is like a nice mansion plot. It's in one of the normal divisions, not the subdivision. Yeah, there's like this nice little hot spring, like on the side of this mansion. There's like the marketplace and a bell right there. This is a really nice plot. I want that plot. Plot 30 in the Shirogane. I want that. I'm never gonna get it though. Never gonna get it. It's not gonna happen. But that is a really cool plot. I am looking forward to seeing how Ishgard housing pans out and all the cool plots there. I've told my free company if they want to, I will try to move our house to Ishgard, to move to a mansion in Ishgard. But you know, considering that I somehow managed to use up my luck to get 2 different mansions, one for the free company, one for myself, I can't see myself securing a 3rd one at all. But who knows? You know, you never know. Maybe you're lucky. I got a better PC now and faster load times. Anything could happen. Well, honestly, the load times aren't the problem. The problem is the queue to get in. That's just like an absolute toss-up whether or not you get in before anyone else. Especially like I think when I logged in, here's the crazy part too. I'm pretty sure when I got this house, I was still on PS4. Like a normal PS4, not even a PS4 Pro. I was on a normal PS4. That's crazy. Because I've been playing, like I went back and logged into my PS4 account, which is just this account. It's just on PS4 basically. The load times are significantly longer, even after the patch that increased load times. It's significantly longer on PlayStation 4. Although maybe I've just been spoiled by the 5.5 patch that increased load times, because it's like it's quick, man. It's like 1-2 seconds in a lot of areas. Some of the more populated areas takes a little longer. Like when you load into Limsa, it takes like a few extra seconds because I don't know, everyone likes to go stand in Limsa or show off their gear in Limsa, and it's right next to the market board, so everyone hangs out in Limsa. I hate going to Limsa for that reason. For the reason why everyone else loves going to Limsa, I hate going to Limsa. I will go to Gridania. I will go to Olda. I like hanging out in the Crystarium too. Crystarium's really pretty. But yeah, I hate going to Limsa, mostly because it's too crowded. There's too many people. My PC doesn't, well, I mean, it can handle it just fine. It just doesn't like it. Like it'll get hot and the fans will pick up. That's another thing too. I tried to pick up, I don't know a whole lot about computers, like PC building. Like I know enough to get around, and I can recognize when parts are better and whatnot. But I tried to replace the fans in my PC. I replaced them thinking that it would be quieter. It isn't. It's like this. It's like maybe slightly quieter than the fans I had in this one. So I just, I spent another like $50 on a couple fans, and I put them in here, and it's not even that much quieter. And it took me like 2 hours to figure out how to unscrew everything and move everything properly, so I didn't break anything, and make sure everything was working fine. And yeah, I did that last week, and kind of disappointing, honestly. But I mean, they're already in there, so I'm not gonna take them out and replace them back with the old ones. I mean, they're already in there, and I guess it is slightly better. Just whatever. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. if I'm being completely honest with myself. Just like this video. Welcome to mediocrity. I mean, I shouldn't be saying that because most of my content's pretty mediocre at best, you know? So it's like, why am I welcoming you to mediocrity when you've already been introduced to it long before? Unless this is your first video, in which case, I don't know how you stayed for 22 minutes while I do nothing but talk to myself. That's crazy. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, like, I imagine most people would have clicked on this video, saw me just talking, and then would have clicked off within like 3 minutes. There's actually a statistic on YouTube that lets you see that stuff. I don't like looking at statistics on my YouTube page because it just depresses me sometimes. I mean, it's just the normal like attention span of most people, right? Like, they click on something, it's not something they're interested, they click off. But there's a lot of statistics on there. It's like, oh, you can see like, you know, the gender, where they're viewing it from, for how long, average duration, what sections they watch the most, and all that. There's a lot of very neat stuff on there that you can analyze, and theoretically you could apply it and to your video and editing process to make the videos more concise and stuff and better for your viewers. But I mean, I just like, that's not what I'm about. I'm not about concise. I'm about long tangents, talking about stuff that doesn't make sense, tripping over my words. I can't speak dialogue most of the time. I've been doing the Let's Play and having to like speak out the dialogue, and I can't even. Pronunciations, what even are they? I'm really scared to get to Quarthus and my Let's Play, and especially Ishgard, because there's just so many L's in names that I just know I have no idea how to pronounce, and I'm just gonna completely mess that up. But I mean, at the end of the day, who even cares about pronunciations, right? There's still idiots out there who say astrologian even though it's astrologian, and it doesn't matter. Who cares? Call it whatever you want. You can call it astrologian. That's also wrong, but you can say it that way. Who cares? I don't. So stop complaining about how I say it, even though how I say it is the correct way. It's astrologian. I originally used to think, you know, before FanFest happened, right? And we got the official, you know, release date reveal, like towards was it November 19th for early access, right? November 23rd for actual launch. Before we actually got that date, I was thinking like a month behind that, right? I was thinking like it would be like October 20 something for official launch. That was my guess. And I thought, hey, maybe it could even be before then, maybe September. But I was working off the assumption that, you know, we'd only have like another 3-4 months. And I've been wanting to finish my mentor challenge before Endwalker comes out. I never work on it though. Like, I have it pinned in my somewhere. I have it pinned in here. Where is it? Yeah, I've done 19 of these, most of which have been on video or recorded. That means I have 1981 of these to go. All right. I remember mathing this out back when I thought I had like 3-4 months. Okay, but let's just say we have 5.5 months, right? 5.5 months until then. So let's just say, you know, 22 weeks, right? 22 weeks, 7 times 7, 154 days. It's not exact, you know, just kind of estimating here. 154 days, but you take 1980 divided by that many days. I'd have to do like 13 of these a day, every day, without missing any, to finish it in time. And that's in 5.5 months. That's almost half a year. And I'd have to do that many each day. I don't know if I can do this. We should start. Alright, you know what? No pussyfooting around. Let's just get in there. Let's get a few done today at least. You know, let's make this video something productive. And not just me rambling and complaining about random stuff. Please don't give me anything dumb. Like, sometimes you get, like, I've only done this 19 times, like I said. I've gotten like 3 or 4 EX primals in here already, which is fine, you know, except that, you know, the actual clear rate for those probably not as high as something smaller like a dungeon or guild has, or just a normal trial. But I am scared if we get like some of the heavens were EX primals or Shinryu. Like, I'm pretty confident. Like, I feel like a lot of the Stormblood trials you could probably do. Just trying to think of them. I feel like a lot of Stormblood trials you could probably do if you had competent enough people and everyone tried for long enough. Except for Shinryu. That thing is just, please never give me Shinryu. I have to do this almost 2,000 more times, basically. Please don't give me, oh, hey, I'm alright. Whoa. I'm okay with this. Holy shit. I love this dungeon, but this is probably my favorite level 80 dungeon. Everyone hates this dungeon. I love this dungeon. It is such a cool dungeon. I'm sad that everyone hates this dungeon so much. This is a good day. This is a good day. Oh god, I love the music, I love the atmosphere, I love the storytelling in here. You know, you hear Emmett Selk just kind of narrating a bunch of stuff. God, I love this dungeon. Oh, someone new? Hey, look, bonus as well. I mean, I don't know who would willingly queue this. Like, maybe get it in level 80 roulette, I guess. Like, as far as, like, capstone level 80 story dungeons go, yeah, man, I love this. Like, compared to, like, what else? Alamigo for Stormblood, I guess. ARF, Ethereal Chemical Research. Definitely better than Praetorium and Castrum. 100%. I hate those. I hate those. I hate doing those. I really feel like they should just rework those into solo instances at this point. But I also realized that that would probably take a lot of time and effort for something that is just easily fixed with the band-aid fixes they put in place for it, like just making it so that everyone watches the cutscenes. Fun fact, not really a fun fact, but it is a fact. Even if you unsync Castrum and Praetorium, you still have to watch the cutscenes. There's no getting around it. No matter what you do, you will watch those cutscenes. So you can't even you know, not like get a group together to not watch the cutscenes, so you don't have to sit there and watch them. You have to watch them. So that's neat. I'm really looking forward to doing that on Chelly. Honestly, it's not that bad. You do it once and then theoretically never do it again. I mean, some people like doing it for the XP for main scenario roulette. Power to you if you do. I hate. Never. Like they always try to incentivize you to do it, right? Because you get a ton of poetics, you get a ton of XP apparently. I've never actually done it for XP because I don't know, I never go in there. And then usually whenever they have the Moogle Trove events, they usually have that as one of those two dungeons as one of the two highest amount of tomes you can get things. I don't even... You can get a lot of tomes from doing it, is basically what I'm trying to say. Hello, friend. I've seen you a lot in the Endwalker trailer. Hey, can we just like one shot slash this, just like we do in the Endwalker trailer? I have watched that trailer a disgustingly high amount of times. Okay, it's not disgust. That's not the right word to use, but I have watched that trailer so much. Like on a scale of 1 to 10 of how much I've watched that, I'd give myself a solid 2 for too much. Oh my god. Like, I watched it, like, when the first week it came out, I watched it a ton. Because, well, for one thing, I liked, it's a good trailer, but also I was trying to figure out the lyrics. So I watched it like a solid, like not even kidding, like 50 times, just listening to the music to pick out the lyrics, then cross-referencing it with other guesses that people came up with. And I'm pretty solid on about 90% of the lyrics, I'd say, by now. Great song. I hope they release the song ahead of the expansion launch, but I doubt it. Man, I don't know what I was doing. Probably spacing out, but somehow my flourish is just completely misaligned. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Ow! Boom, boom. I forgot this thing falls down. Man, this boss is a lot slower than it is in the Endwalker trailer. Like, seriously, we literally just cut this thing in half horizontally, and it just freaking blew up. Hey, it's dead. Ah. Hey man, tomes. Alright, hold on. God, I love this dungeon. I guess that is kind of the cool thing about Mentor Roulette, is that you just kind of, you get a bunch of stuff that you normally wouldn't probably see. I don't know, I don't see much of a point in queuing for level 70 roulette. The rewards aren't really that great, other than just for the sake of variety. Like, usually when I queue up for roulettes, it's usually Expert and Alliance Raid, and then I don't really do anything else. I don't do anything else unless my free company is, you know, dragging me into other roulettes with them. I shouldn't say dragging like it's a terrible thing, but, you know. I tend not to do other roulettes if I'm on my own, because, in my opinion, the rewards aren't really that fantastic. Throw up Shield Samba. That's something I like to do as a ranged DPS. Shield Samba or Tactician or Troubadour. You don't really need them in dungeons for the most part. I like just using them on trash pulls to help out the tanks, or I guess more specifically help out the healers. Especially if the tanks just run out of cooldowns or just decides not to use them in general, which happens quite often. I don't know if I ever got this orchestrion roll. I should check to make sure I have this, because I want it. Kinda sad that there wasn't a step for the resistance weapon that involved level 80 dungeons. Not that anyone would queue up Emarat. Like, they would probably do, like, the twinning or, you know, something faster. Whatever's the fastest one. What's the fastest one? Not Animaces either, because the beginning's kind of slow with the whole sitting on Bismarck thing. Maybe Anadir, though. I think Anadir was pretty quick. Or Academia, I guess. I guess there's two Anadirs, so I shouldn't say that. There's Animaces, and then Academia. The Bioshock one. The one that reminds me strongly of Bioshock and Rapture. It's a really cool dungeon, too. Like, the three, I guess, launch dungeons for, level 80 were all fantastic in their own ways. Amarat's still my favorite of the three, just because I love the atmosphere. I love the visual storytelling and the auditory visual, the auditory visual storytelling, the auditory storytelling with Emmett, kind of in the background. It's so good. I love this dungeon. He almost died. This second boss is kind of lame though. It's basically just a trash gauntlet, which isn't that interesting. Trash gauntlet bosses aren't that fun. Same can be said about the second boss in Pagelthan. I hope you have fun AoE the boss. Which, to be fair, they've been better about that. Like, most jobs have, you know, at least something to their AoEs now, I would say. I mean, besides healers, but I mean, healers don't even have anything to their single target, so, you know. Honestly, some healers have better AoE than single target, if you think about it. Or more interesting, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really done a whole lot outside of just Zadnor for the past couple weeks. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, Dancer isn't that difficult, but I am noticing I'm just kind of letting things sit. It's okay, though. We'll be okay. A lot of my free company members are kind of like on break, so it's usually it's like me most of the time. There's a couple members who will log in, like, you know, for a little bit each day, but for the most part it's just me just kind of doing my own thing, which is totally fine. I have a lot of stuff I want to get done on my own anyway, but we haven't really been doing any like raids or stuff, so the old DPS fingies aren't quite up to snuff as they usually are, because I haven't had to been using them very often. Been a lot of like kind of simple brain dead stuff or questing, basically. Lots of crafting and gathering. much allegory do you get from these dungeons? Not enough. That's the right answer, is not enough. I got the earrings. He jumped right into that. Oh man, I was just reminded. Okay, so before we started recording, without getting into specifics, something broke. Like digitally wise, I don't even know how to really explain this without getting into specifics, but something broke basically, and I have to start over. And the process of starting over isn't difficult, but just long and tedious. And I just remembered that that happened before I started recording. And now I'm reminded of the fact that it broke and that I'm gonna have to fix it after I'm done recording, and I'm dreading it. It'll be fine though. Like I'll put on like some YouTube videos or some music, and I'll get it done. It'll take a little while, probably about an hour, hour and a half, to get it all done. Ow, it really hurts. It hurts. Ow. Dude, Metro Roulette's awesome. Dude, my tune is gonna completely change when we get like Shinryu or Thornton. That's a thing. I feel really comfortable with, or really comfortable and confident when it comes to a lot of the Stormblood EX, is if we were to get those, and also with the Realm Reborn. I feel like a Realm Reborn, if you have enough time and people actually are competent enough, I feel like you get through pretty much all of the Realm Reborn EXs too. Might have a little bit of trouble with like the Leviathan or something where you can fall off. Same with Titan. But I feel pretty confident in those. But when it comes to Heavensward, I feel like that's just like a toss-up. I don't even remember how to do Thornton properly. I feel like Sephiroth probably wouldn't be too bad. I don't actually know. I think if you fall in Sephiroth, you're done, right? Do you get back up in Sephiroth? I don't think you do. You might actually, because I think you get back up in Sophia, but I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've actually done those fights, like as a fight, and not just unsynced and just completely destroying them. I did a lot of Sophia back in the day. That fight still remains one of my favorite fights. I love the scale tipping mechanic. I got really good at it, so it was really satisfying to be standing in the right spot. My nose is also a little ishy, and also I might sound a little nasally. It's because of allergies, you know, it can't really be helped. Oh, I just realized this last boss is kind of a DPS check. Hopefully we won't have any issues with that. Didn't these drop already? Yeah, I think it's our machinist's first time, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell him to hide in the little crevices. Don't go onto the cracked ones. Yeah, hold on. Let me use my tinctures real quick. Okay. It was funny back when I was doing the fate grind, or the raid grind rather. For oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, he's not hiding either. Oh okay. Oh no, he almost made it. What was I saying? When I was doing the raid grind for whatchamacallit. Ah, the freaking auto attacks hurt, man. I'm dead. I am so dead. There's no way. Oh, good thing he's not auto-attacking during this. Please provoke. Please provoke. 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 Please. Provoke. The voking of the voke. The voking of the pro? That's what I meant to say. It doesn't make sense even if you say it that way. Oh no. This warrior doesn't know what provoke is. Okay. She's gotten it back just by sheer damage. That's fine, I guess. But I'm very concerned about the meeting the DPS check part of this fight now. Anyways, as I was saying, back when I was doing the raids for the items for the weapons, we would get like Alexander and stuff, and there'd be some guy who'd always use like their tinctures. I'm like, I don't think, like you know, maybe benefit of the doubt he had level 60 tinctures, and it was just deciding to use it to make things a little bit easier. You know, maybe that's what was going on. I don't freaking know. What do I know? I just thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. We're totally gonna wipe, by the way. There's no way we kill this thing in time. Oh man, I'm honestly surprised we didn't just wipe as soon as the tank fell off the platform. Maybe if I was like a samurai or a black mage or someone that just has really high personal DPS and wasn't pretty much reliant on my party being alive to do damage with my support abilities. No, maybe we'll make it. I don't actually know. I don't know the timing of when he does apocalyptic whatever the hell. We do have a tier 2 limit break, but it's a, you know, it's a ranged DPS limit break, so it's not that great of a limit break. Probably do it next time he does apocalyptic thingy. Damn it. Reverse Cascade is like my favorite ability. Or I guess weapon skill. Apocalypsis. There we go. Hey look, we might just barely make this. I say as our poor machinist dies. Oh no. right spot this time. Oh, it's gonna be really close. We might be able to do it though. I think we got this probably. Oh wow, we did it. A belt of casting. Wow. Goodbye. Dude, that was fun, even though we so much death. That was really, you should do that more often. I feel like it kind of sucks. I feel like you should get like something, right, for doing mentor roulette beyond the first time each day. Like you get something if you're the adventurer in need, you get like 7,000 gil, I guess. But I feel like you should like, oh boy, what the hell is this? What is this? It's a full party. Oh boy, Thorn March, my fave. This one isn't that bad. Oh my god, finally, please. Wow, we actually did it. Wow. I'm not even gonna show that. Holy crap, that took like 45 minutes. Oh my god. I mean, we did it. Like I thought, a lot of the Realm Reborn ones, I feel like you just stick with it for long enough. Like eventually, everyone learns the mechanics and you get enough echo and then you can clear it. So, and we did, you know. That was Thorn March. I totally forgot Thorn March existed when I was thinking of the Realm Reborn primals, or trials, I guess. But I guess the problem we were running into with Thorn March is that the DPS weren't understanding the concept of if you killed them, it would trigger the next phase, I guess. Because with Thorn March, I'm pretty sure it's like what happens is after he uses his revive twice, right? That's when he starts casting Memento Mori. So the idea is to get all the ads down to as little as possible without killing them. Then kill one, and then use up as much health as possible, and then, you know, do the whole thing. And we're running into the problem where, you know, someone would kill, you know, the black mage, you know, way too early or something. But anyways, it's fine. We got through it. It took like 45 minutes, but oh my god, I'm not gonna show that. I wasn't even talking through most of it. About halfway through, I just gave up on talking. I was just concentrating on on the fight and getting it down and yelling at people to stop killing them so fast. No, it's fine. But lesson learned, turn off join progress. I'm not about that. I'm sorry, we're not gonna do that. We'll just do normal, good in, first time, fresh parties. I don't want to join in progress. Okay, something palette cleanser, something simpler, please. Okay, this is as simple as it can get. Really as simple as it can get. I feel like this. People fail this a lot, don't they? Because you're supposed to bring the turtle to the herb patch. This is gonna be fun. Weaken the turtle. Don't kill the turtle. Weaken it. Oh, I actually have Thunder Step. Don't kill turtle. I don't know how much it has to be dead before you bring it over here, but I think we'll know. It's been a while since I've done this one, but I do remember this being kind of a problem one. Look, we did it, I think. Right? It's done? Don't kill it. Please don't kill it. Please don't kill it. Thank you. Hey, look, that was easy. Ah, easy. I don't actually know how long this video is anymore after I cut out all of Thorn March. Like, literally all of it. Just, we don't need to see that. We never need to relive that again. It actually wasn't even that bad, it was dead silent, I wasn't talking. Like, after like 5 minutes in, I was just like, I was done talking. I couldn't be bothered, I was just like, alright, come on, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Oh boy, full party, what do we got now? What do we got now? What should be like Ifrit hard mode? Or Titan hard mode. Titan hard mode you get a lot. Oh. Or one of these. I totally forgot you could get these too. Look at all these Cactuar people. Cactuar. Cactuar. Alright, I'm gonna trust you, Black Mage. I'm gonna trust you. I've danced with Black Mages before and they have let me down. Don't let me down. Man, it actually feels pretty good to be doing synced content, or not synced content, I guess. After after doing Thorn March for like an hour. Okay, it wasn't an hour, but you know, it was. What did I say, Black Mage? What did I say? No, don't run! Don't run! I'm trying to save your life! God. Oh, God. Okay, well, Black Mage is dead. It's now Dragoon time. Let's dance, Dragoon. Ah, that wasn't close enough. Damn it. It's fine. I actually don't have, I mean... Yeah, I don't have... I'm not running any other programs. I never would do that. It's not about that. I just know how much DPS I'm doing, and I feel it out. My ethereal sense. I memorize all the numbers that happen, and then I just kind of math it out as I go. You know, I add them all up together and simultaneously divide by the amount of attacks. I just keep track of that stuff because I'm so good at math. I'm Asian. I should know. I should. You know, that's like a general stereotype going through schools. Like, oh man, he's Asian, he must be smart. And to be fair, I got pretty decent grades and I was pretty good at a lot of subjects. There's some subjects I wasn't too keen on. Like I hated like biology. I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my head around that kind of stuff. A lot of sciences were not my best forte. I only did average on those, but I usually excelled when it came to like English, literature, math. Really good at math. Then you got to calculus and you're like, what the fuck? What is this? When are you ever going to use this? I mean, You do use it, but there's very specific circumstances that you do use it. That you probably don't need to know, most likely, for it to be something that, you know, is learned at such a grade, but whatever. Honestly, I feel like as long as you know your geometry and your algebra, you can get through most things in life pretty all right. Oh, I can't. It wouldn't let me. Okay, that's because I already had one. It's like, why wouldn't it let me take it? It's because I already had one. Yo, please stand over here, please. Come on, no, stand. Come on, come on. You guys want to stand in the shiny yellow light? That's not really helpful to anyone else but me, but it's still helpful because it helps us collectively. It's fine, whatever. I mean, I guess I was already at 100 gauge, so it didn't really it didn't really matter if people were standing into the thing or not. Oh, I got you, buddy. You know, I've never actually, like, since I got this weapon, I never actually went and tested what my actual DPS could reach. Usually you get your weapon, you're like, oh shit, yeah, man, I got my weapon. Time to go test this baby out. I got my weapon, I was like, cool, I got my weapon. Time to never do this shit again. Except I am doing it again. I'm gonna be honest, like, when I got my weapon, like, I wasn't even that excited. I think a large part of that has to do with, well, one, I had to do content that I didn't like. I'm not a fan of Bajda. But also, too, you weren't working on it as long, like, because, I mean, the weapon started in what? I want to say, like, October, right? And it didn't even really start then, right? When the weapon, you first get your weapon, it's really just a solo instance, and you got it for free, basically, afterwards. It's not really like you worked on it for that first step. You didn't really start working on it until the next step, which came out, you know, a month or two later. I don't know, you just if it didn't feel as rewarding because it didn't feel like you were working on it as long as Zodiac and Anima. Like that was the thing about Zodiac and Anima. Every step I completed, I felt accomplished because I worked hard and I got the step done and it felt good. But this, I just like every step of the way of the weapon. I got it, I got done, and then I was done. I didn't want to do it anymore. It's like, yep, all right. Step's done. Time to just do other stuff until the next step, I guess. What is this? Arm of the Father? This is Fluid, right? Fluid Man. But I wanted to say Feral Fluid. That's the attack. What is his actual name? No, what's Pepsi's man's actual? I cannot remember his name. I'm gonna feel so stupid when we actually get to him. It's like, oh right, that's his name. first time Boonist. Look at all those poetics that I totally need. I actually like getting poetics because you can use them to get like unidentifiable ore. And I use those to get Thanlin soils. That super bullite was totally necessary and needed. I'm surprised I haven't gotten more of these raids, honestly. Like, I feel like this would be the thing I'd be getting a lot. I mean, I say that I've done, like, how much? 4, 5 mental roulettes today? So. Living liquid. I don't know why I kept trying to think of feral fluid. Oh my god, look at this party actually waiting for the new people. That never happens. It might not. We're inching closer and closer to the edge. Where's this ninja? I'm gonna dance with him. I totally forgot that I can dance at this level. Man, I miss Locust. I could listen to Locust while we're raiding instead of the stuff that's in I got double Lady of the Crown, so let's go. If I could listen to Locust instead of the stuff that's in Eden, I'd be happy. Alexander music just never gets old, man. It never gets old. And I used to know the lyrics to Locust. I kind of remember some of them. I never learned the lyrics for Rise. Everyone goes flying. Time in the ether deepens. 72323 send. See, I know some of them. Wow. I'm glad I used Shield Sump on that. That's the thing, I really like these old raids, but the difficulty scaling with the expansions just isn't really there. You kind of really just blow through most of these now. I mean, to be fair, this is the first tier of the raid, so I don't know. "100 poetics." I don't know, just give it here. Mommy Usagi, here you go. Have my commendation. Ooh, it's soil time. I've moved on from volcanic rocks. I still, oh my god. That phase of my Final Fantasy XIV career where I would freak out and always go grab volcanic rock salt. I had so much rock salt by the end of that. I had like 7 or 8 full stacks of 999 volcanic rock salts. I ended up selling like a lot of it, but I still have a lot of it. I still have a ton of sweet fish too that I sent my retainer to get. But I don't even make the grilled sweet fish anymore, even though it's like I can make it in like 2 buttons now. The reason for it is just like the crystals used just isn't really worth it. I say that I have like 50,000 of water, lightning, and um fire crystals because I do most of my crafting on Culinary and Alchemist. And that's not even counting all of the crystals I might have stored away on my other characters, which is probably a lot, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day. I mean, I make enough to get by. I still use that food sometimes. Like, I still have some on me. Just because, if you're synced down, it's better to use that food instead of, like, the Shadowbringers food that, you won't get most of the stats. I don't need to wait for, whatever the next one is. Let's do some Bard stuff. I haven't played Bard today. I think I mentioned this before. I've kind of pivoted back into playing a lot of Bard. I really like Bard because out of the 3 physical range DPS, I play Bard the least within like the first bits of Shadowbringers. So now kind of at the end of Shadowbringers, it feels the most unique because I haven't played it as much as Machinist or Dancer. Fist of the Father. If I was smart, I would have done a bunch of mentor roulettes while I was trying to get all these raids done, because I would have just been put into a bunch of these queues where everyone's trying to do these raids. But no, I just queued into the raids normally through the duty finder, I guess, which is fine. Oh, I forgot we're level 60. I actually have all my songs. That was a weird thing. Like, Bard is almost one of my favorite jobs to play at 50, except for the fact that you only have 2 of your songs at level 50. Like, there's a lot of jobs that feel not good at 50. Bard is it's like on the cusp of feeling really good at 50, but it's just not there because you don't have Wanderer's Minuet yet. It really sucks. I do like Dragoon. Red Mage is solid at 50. Red Mage is solid at like every major tier, right? 50, 60, 70, 80, Red Mage always feels good. I like Dragoon at 50, but I hate it at 60. I like it at 50 because it feels nice, but then at 60 it just feels incomplete because you don't have all of the things for like Life of the Dragon, Life or Blood, whichever one's the blue one. I think Blood is the red one because Blood is red, so that makes sense. But I could be wrong. I don't remember. Oh, right. Imperial Arrow doesn't guarantee my procs yet. Feels bad. I've always said, well, I haven't always said, but since Shadowbringers came out, I've said I've wanted a Bane type thing for, Hey, it's Mami Yasagi again. I wanted a Bane type thing for Bard, but seeing how terrible Bane actually is at practice when I play Summoner, it's actually not that big of a deal to not have it. But it would be nice. I don't know. Maybe it would be cool. Maybe in Rocker we get Bards get Bane, but for arrows. I mean, we got Fester for arrows. That's basically what Sidewinder is. So just turn Bards into Summoners and it'll be okay. And then we'll get like a Falcon pet or something. No pets, please, no pets. No more pets, I swear. I hope Reaper isn't like I hope the what's it they call it, the avatar. I hope the avatar is not pet-ish. Don't make it like a pet. And also fix the pets. I really want to make a video where I talk about changes to jobs, because I have a lot to say on some of the jobs in particular. When it comes to Scholar, I really hope they do the thing they did for Astrologian. I'm assuming they keep the pet system the same. I really hope they do the thing for Astral, because Scholar uses a lot of abilities, just like Astrologian does. I feel like they deserve to have a slightly faster cast time on Broils. But then you run into the problem with, well, if they make Broil a faster cast time, then Rune 2 doesn't need to exist. Which, at that point, I guess you just get rid of Rune 2. But then some people might like having that freedom to have Rune 2, as opposed to not having Rune 2. Even though Rune 2's potency is significantly less. But I think it'd be cool if they did that to Broil for Scholars. I think it'd be really nice, actually. White Mage doesn't need to, I don't think. I think it's fine, White Mage is fine having the longer cast times on Glare. But Broil, I think, would be really cool. Because, I mean, even if you're not using your pet abilities, right? You're still using a lot of Aether Flow abilities. You know, you got your energy drains, which I honestly didn't think we needed back. But people complained enough and we got it back. And now its potency's been nerfed. And now, I think if you use a Rune 2 with an energy drain, it's like 10 more potency than just using a Broil. Which is like, okay, thanks, man. But, I mean, hey. Extra damage is extra damage, even if it's only 10 potency. I remember they talked about Dragoon getting buffs this patch, right? I was like, oh man, Dragoons are gonna get buffs. And the buffs were like 10 potency to Wheeling Thrust and Fang and Claw each. I'm like, thanks. You know what we could use? Disembowel Refresh on Quarthan Thrust. That'd be cool. Man, are we just gonna keep getting like Alexander raids for the rest of the night? This is not it. Why? Why this one? Oh no. Man, why are we doing this? I suppose the silver lining to this is that our DPS is probably fast enough that we won't see most of the annoying mechanics where he starts shooting it through like various portals, and I'm not gonna get destroyed by that. Remember last time I recorded this a couple months ago? I was playing on Summoner and the tank didn't move with the tether, and I didn't notice it, and I just got beamed. Man, who's queuing for Iconoclasm? There's no new people in here, so who's the dude queuing for this? That's what I want to know. Who would willingly subjugate themselves to this? I mean, to be fair, this fight isn't that hard. It's just, it makes my brain hurt sometimes. Where's it shooting into? Red first. Oh, no, no. Oh, man. Feels bad. I'm actually using my new controller. I finally decided to cave in and use my new controller. It got to the point where I wore down my controller so bad that I was just turning uncontrollably sometimes. Because the left stick just doesn't want to work with Final Fantasy. I didn't realize until just then that my thing was going off the map. Don't follow me, please. Oh my god. Today's been an eventful day. I didn't even have to move. Oh, right. I forgot there's an ad phase in this fight. I only remember the freaking portals and how annoying it is to do them. Probably wasn't worth using Raging Strikes there, but whatever. The boss is almost dead. You know how much better this fight would be if we had like some Omega or Alexander music going? I guess it's just a matter of preference. Music is one of those things where it's like everyone has a different taste, right? Kind of like a taste in food. Like, it's not, you can't really explain it. Everyone just has a different preference type. Oh yeah, this is the annoying one. Have to get, yeah, I think that's right. No, it's not. I thought this thing would be dead by then. That's why I didn't bother doing the Iron Jaws. We did it. I hate whoever queued for this. I don't know who queued for this, but I hate you. Don't. Stop. Queue for Shiva next time. That one's actually fun, and I like the music in that one better. Why am I here? Oh, it's because I was grabbing, soil. I was grabbing soil, and I was just flying around aimlessly like I do when I ramble. I've noticed that about myself. When I just ramble, sometimes I'll just run around in whatever zone I am in. For like no reason. Just because, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like how some people fidget with things. Which I do also sometimes. Like, I think in one of my videos, I was doing like, it might have been my Endwalker, like the thoughts to like one of the Endwalker things, like one of those videos. I had like nail clippers on my desk and I was like messing around with that. You could hear it in certain parts of the video, and I wasn't gonna re-record it, so I just left it in there so you guys could listen to me fiddle with nail clippers. In fact, I'm looking at the nail clippers right now. They're still on my desk. Look at that. I'm just grabbing some gold ore. I don't know how long I've been recording at this point. I ended up splitting it into 2 parts as well. And also, I need to remove a big portion of it from, Thorn March. Yeah, that one. Trust me, you guys don't want to watch that. Especially since it was a lot of just me and the other 2 mentors typing out mechanics to the other people. So it was just literally just us standing there most of the time. Let's go back to Dancer. If we're gonna get some level 80 stuff, I want to try out Dancer and level 80 stuff. Alright, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I wonder how many things are actually in Mental Roulette, like total. There has to be a lot, right? There has to be like a ton. by now. Because everything that's in Mental Roulette is basically every single dungeon, every single guild hest, every single trial, EX or otherwise. The only things that aren't in Mental Roulette are the savages. Yeah, that's it. That's the only things that aren't in Mental Roulette, right? It's just savages and whatever the current EX primal is, I think. Or no, the current set of EX primals. So I don't think there's any of the Shadowbringers EX primals in the and Mental Roulette, but you have everything from A Realm Reborn to Stormblood EX primals. So no savages, no current EX primals. No like specialized content, so no Baldessian Arsenal, no Delubrum, or I mean the other two aren't even, those aren't even duty finder things. Those are freaking what, critical engagements technically. Cash from Lacus Latore and Dalridia. So none of that. No Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High. Basically a lot of specialized content. You're not getting in there. Trying to think of what else. I think pretty much everything else is fair game, right? Just no savages, no binding coil, either. No current EXs and no like specialized content, no deep dungeon, no boss stuff. That's a lot of content that you could theoretically pull from. That's not to say everyone's queuing for everything, like, you know. Like, I feel like generally, there's not a whole lot of people queuing for EX primals. But the thing is, the people who are queuing up for EX primals, they don't have anywhere else to pull from but the people who pull from Mental Roulette. So you end up seeing a lot of EX primals in the Mental Roulette because of that. Because there's nowhere else for it to pull from, right? Other than other people who are crazy enough to queue for the EX primals in the Duty Finder too. Okay, we're just pulling without two people. That's fine. See, I told you it was rare that we wait for people. I don't even know where our summoner's at. Like, he's not even here. Oh, he's coming. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't get hit by that. I mean, at least we're getting a lot of poetics for these two. This is also bonus. Bonus 100 poetics. Trying to sectors test. I don't know. Delirium unsuspected. You know, it is cleaving us. Oh my god. I haven't seen this face in a while. Hell, man. Give me that AoE. Oh, never mind. That was fun for the two skills I got to use there. I mean, it's actually, I mean, at this point, it doesn't actually hurt that much, even if you get cleaved by it. But, you know, ideally, you don't want to be. Ow. Don't run away. What are you doing? back right into the space. Are we gonna get anything other than Alexander? I mean, I guess it's fine. I'm just, you know, genuinely surprised when we got Amarat that first one of the day. I don't have anything else to do in Eastern Thailand, by the way. I saw it was 9 a.m. I went to go grab gold ore because I remembered I was using gold ore for like one of the nuggets you make for Shadowbringers stuff for goldsmith. Stone gold nuggets, true gold nuggets, one of those. I think stone gold is the blacksmith one, true gold's the goldsmith one. Doesn't matter. You don't care. I will say it is like dinner time, so I'm getting kind of hungry, so might make this my last one. I'm out of Coca-Cola. Sponsor me, Coca-Cola, come on. Not gonna sponsor me. I wouldn't even sponsor myself. That's a lie. I have sponsored myself. I've literally done that bit in a video before. I've also been sponsored by Pie Crust. I remember that video. That was a fun one. I don't even remember which video that was though, if I'm being honest. I remember making that bit for the video. Probably one of my like White Mage Guide or something. Watch the last one be like an EX Primal that's gonna take me another half hour to beat. One time I got Shiva. Shiva was really fun actually. I complained about it to my free company. I was like, oh man, I just wanted something quick, and it took me like, you know, like 20 minutes because we wiped a few times because we had to remember what the sword and shield did, and then there's the staff and the arrow, the bow. I don't even remember. I think the bow's just crit. I think shield and sword was the one where was it Kane or shield and sword? See, that was the thing. That was the problem. I couldn't remember which one you had to turn, where the tank had to turn and hit the whole party to survive. Really? Okay. Okie dokie. Rise. Don't ask me to sing Rise. It's not gonna happen. Not a whole lot of melee. Hopefully Reaper changes that. You know, I was talking to some of my free company members about this. I don't know what I'm gonna play in Shadowbringers. Because I was thinking about it. I do like physical range DPS, and I guess I wouldn't mind doing it again. But also, like, just doing something else also sounds kind of fun too. Like, if no one else is gonna play Reaper, I wouldn't mind playing that. Or, hell, maybe even going back to healing. But I don't know. We're so far away and from Endwalker still, and we don't even know what the job changes are gonna be. So it's like, even if I say, oh, I want to play melee DPS or caster DPS next expansion, I'm never gonna main caster DPS. That's not gonna happen. Like, I can certainly say for certain 100% I will not main a caster on this character at the very least. Like, I'm not gonna raid on caster, even though I've gotten a lot better at summoner. I don't think I would like it to raid on it, frogging and all that. I don't know if I would enjoy that. But I could see myself playing a melee DPS. Like, I could see myself playing Reaper, or even Samurai, or even Dragoon. I think I'd be fine with any of those. I could see myself going back to healer. I do miss healing. That is the thing. I miss healing. Like, I feel like healing wasn't as fun in Shadowbringers as it was in other expansions because of the changes they did to healing and the sort of I guess dumbing down of the DPSing skills. Really made healing not as fun in my opinion. But I have hopes that they'll take some feedback and hopefully make damaging enemies as a healer more interesting. But who knows? Look, I'll eventually make a video of like explaining my wants for job changes eventually. when I get to it, man. I mean, sometimes I don't even feel like recording, so, like, imagine doing a big video like that. No. I don't have improv yet. I forgot. Feels bad. I'll get to it. I got months to do it. To better formulate my thoughts and opinions. For a second there, I thought we weren't gonna get the limit break. What a silly mechanic, by the way. Actually needing the limit break to survive. God, I love Alexander. Here's hoping Pandemonium and shit, I forgot what the other one was called. What's the Alliance raid called? I know it has to do with the 12, but I don't remember what it's actually called. Isn't it like Mysteries of the 12 or something like that? Something along those lines. I remember I did this one time and both tanks went into the time portals to kill the Ats. Like, oh no, don't stand next to me. Oh man, badass, yo. Thumbnail right there. Oh wait, never mind, my thing's in the way. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've done that. Or I've just left my chat blocker as the thumbnail. Because I couldn't be bothered to get something else. Why did 3 different people go to this one? This is a cool concept, by the way. Going back in time to unfreeze time to save yourself from dying. I feel like not enough people went into these. Am I the only one in here? Oh my god, am I the... Please tell me I'm not the only one in here, right? Okay, someone else came in. Okay. That one over there is dead, I think. I hope. I hope. Was it just us two? The other two didn't come in. Okay. That's fine, I guess. It's fine. You know, we only wipe if we don't kill those things. I mean, to be fair, I'm assuming some people are new here. I didn't actually pay attention. I hope these don't do AoEs. Hey, look, they do AoEs. Oh, maybe should have picked a different spot, my friend. I mean, I guess I could have moved too, but, you know. I was there first. I mean, I tried to move immediately after, but, you know, I just wasn't having it. Is anyone gonna stack with me, or I'm just gonna die? Hey, Vera. Hey, Deluxe, what's up? Maybe I won't die today. Hey, look, we didn't die. Oh, only 2 people needed to survive that, apparently. Ow. Go. Alright, limit break, let's go. No one else is doing it. I'll be the hero. I never get to do Crimson Lotus. I'm a hero. Hey, Deluxe, I appreciate you coming to try and save me. Okay, with that, I think it's dinner time for me. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I guess I'll figure out when I edit it, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in another one. I don't actually know. I mean, this is kind of fun. Like, I kind of forget sometimes how fun it can be to just pop some mental roulettes. I didn't do, what was it, 12 or 13 today? However much I needed to do, I said, yeah, I needed to do 13. I don't think I did 13. How many did I do? I think I did like maybe 7 or 8. Let's see, because we were at 19 before we started today. We're at 28. Oh, look, we did 9. Look at that. 9. 3 off. We'll just do 15 tomorrow, right? And we'll stay on track. Honestly, I don't think I could ever... I don't think I could... Even though I pretty much log on every day, I don't think I could do 13 of these each and every single day. What'll most likely happen is I'll pick like... I'll just get into the mood to do mental roulette, and I'll do like 40 or 50 in that day. But even then, I don't know. Can I get this done before Endwalker? Even with the having the release date pushed back even farther than what I originally anticipated, just mathing it out and seeing how much I actually need to get done in the amount of days that there is, that's a lot. But yeah, I'll try. Maybe I'll get my amount before then, maybe not. I guess we'll see. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this kind of weird video. A half an hour of me ranting about random stuff at the beginning, and then whatever random stuff happened afterward. It was kind of fun. I didn't mind it too much. I forget how much fun I have recording when I don't record for a while, but you know, it was pretty fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat now. Thank you guys. Sayonara. Bye bye. Guys, 2 days in a row recording sessions. It's crazy. I barely get 2 recording sessions in a week, let alone 2 days in a row. That's crazy. Another episode of random happenings. Yeah, that's a great name. Hold on. That's a fantastic name. Is this taken somewhere? Random happenings. Oh, well, okay. Apparently it is. It's a book. Apparently written by, I don't know, I guess a magician? I guess that kind of makes sense. And it just came out, apparently. I don't know. Ah, man, I thought it was onto something good there. That would be an awesome name for just like a variety, like a stream maybe, or a variety like series where you just kind of do random stuff. But oh well, someone else already thought of it before me, so I guess I'm not as smart and creative as I thought it was. But anyways, as promised, we're gonna do those mental roulettes that we didn't do yesterday. We're probably not gonna do all of those. I think we mathed it out. I needed to do 12, right? 12 a day, every day from now until Endwalker, or about then. It's not gonna happen. It's like that at all. But you know. All right. But this was pretty fun yesterday, so I kind of want to get back into it. And just because I'm recording these 2 days in a row doesn't mean that the video's gonna come out 2 days in a row either. Let's just make that clear. I mean, honestly, I could just probably stitch this onto the end of the other video, but yeah, what the hell. Rendering is a thing that needs to. That's the thing. Also, longer videos means longer rendering. I know, concept mind blowing, right? But also like I can't do anything when I'm rendering stuff. Well, that's not true. I can do some stuff, like if it's not very intensive. I obviously can't record and render at the same time. That would not be a good experience for anybody. But you know, I can do some small things on my PC while I'm rendering, because I only have one PC, so it has to do it all. which is why like sometimes the recording quality isn't the best. Like sometimes I'll drop frames every now and then. It's really, it's not ideal, but I make do with what I got, which is, I mean, maybe in the future I can upgrade to something a little bit more oomph, with a little more oomph, you know. But right now I'm just kind of working with what I got, which is, you know, sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta work with what you got and make do. And hey, I made it this far with what I got, and I had weaker stuff in the past. Remember when I was on PS3? Oh my god. You know, those videos are still on the channel too. Like those old videos of me PS3 time, PS3 era. It's funny because I like steadily like increased in quality when it came to Final Fantasy 14 videos, right? Because we started off PS3 had an HD PVR back when that was cool, you know. You know, back when I used to watch a lot of Call of Duty YouTubers, you know, back when Call of Duty was actually good. You know, I remember a Hapog HD PVR was the cool thing. Before that, it was the Dazzle, right? The Dazzle DVC 100 or something like that, or 170, something like that. And then you moved up to the Hapog HD PVR. It can record at 720p, and that was cool. And then we moved up from that, right? I got myself like a normal base Elgato, and got a base PS4 because the PS4 Pro wasn't out then, and I just got the normal PS4, and then the PS4 Pro came out like a year after I got my PS4, so that really sucked. But I had my base PS4, and then an Elgato, and then I moved up again from that. I got an Elgato HD 60 or whatever, so I could record in 60 FPS, which was pretty neat, I guess. I did get a PS4 Pro, but I didn't actually play Final Fantasy 14 on a PS4 Pro, because by the time I got my PS4 Pro, I'd already gotten like my first PC kind of built, which was all right. It was an all right PC. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but it was good enough to run Final Fantasy 14 and to record it on it, and it was a very big step in quality in my opinion. This winter roulette's kind of taking a while. Usually it's pretty like rapid fire, but I just realized I can go grab some soil. And then after that, I moved up to an even better PC with better parts, and the quality actually didn't jump up that high because, I mean, there's only so much you can do to Final Fantasy 14 to make it look any better. But it's definitely noticeable on my end because less stuff happens. Although it does feel like I'm not really taking advantage of the power of the parts in my machine as much as I could be because I'm kind of dumb. But yeah, that is one thing too. It's just like, I feel like, just cut all this out. Just cut everything. Cut everything. Cut all this out. Hey, I decided to grab some soil since it was taking a while. I mean, usually these mental roulettes are pretty quick. I was also rambling to myself about random stuff that I decided to just, it wasn't worth talking about. I'm just gonna cut it all out. Fine. Look at all these water clusters. This isn't even all the water clusters I have. I've stocked up on so many water clusters just from getting this node. Cause like there's nothing else to really gather once you grab the soil, so I just like, yeah, I'll grab the water clusters. Which you know, that's fair. I mean, you use a lot of water clusters if you're crafting food and tinctures, which I do. I make so much food and tinctures for everyone in my free company to use. So we have those stocked up in our company chest. Although I am running out of spirit extracts, I need to go pick up some more of those. You know, I really wanted to get done a lot of, I guess I'll pick these up since I'm here and I have spare GP, but I wanted to get done quite a few, like at least a handful of mental roulettes in this video, but I don't know what's up with this queue. I mean, I guess I could try like healing a mental roulette or something. That might be helpful. Oh, holy crap. Hey, look at that. Man, I don't know what happened. Usually these are pretty quick. But that took like 10 minutes. Maybe it's because it was trying to gather people for some EX or something. Please don't be Shinryu. Please don't be Shinryu. Please don't be Shinryu. Okay, it's not Shinryu. It's not Shinryu. This is not Shinryu at all. It's not even freaking close to Shinryu. Well, we both... Well, can't remove it. I'm gonna let him have the first technical step, because, you know, I'm nice like that. God, I hate double so many jobs. So many jobs I hate double of. I forgot people do this one because, the items, the raid items. And everything feels weird now because it's all not lined up. I hate double so many things. Double Astrologian sucks. Double Dancer's terrible. Double Ninja can go jump off a cliff. Anything that buffs, basically. Which is like a lot of things. Like literally everything except for like Black Mage and Samurai. I guess double White Mage isn't the worst. Double Scholar, I mean, it kind of sucks, but I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, double Scholar. I love the thing. He has 3 phone stacks. What the hell? Oh my god. I feel like there's a limit to how much you can greed, but who knows? Maybe they're all in a party and... I don't freaking know, man. Man, where's technical step? Where's technical step, buddy? There you go. There you go. I need technical step for my devilment, even if it's not my technical step. Guys, no one wants to stand in my freaking improv. You know, that capstone ability that's so freaking useful. Oh, everyone stands in there. Okay, everyone stands in her improv. Come on, what is this? This is discrimination. Hello? Okay. The frame freezed there for a second, so I thought like I crashed or something. Why do people like doing this one? There's this long, first off, there's an ad phase, and second off, there's this long ass animation that you can't skip. I mean, I guess if you can beat the boss before the ad phase, but I mean, what are the chances of you doing that in the Duty Finder? Do Voidwalker instead. Voidwalker's better. Faster. Also, I'm pretty sure you get like 100% uptime in Voidwalker, right? Well, I mean, there's a couple mechanics that like you need to stand in certain stuff or go to the edge, but yeah, for the most part, there's like no breaks in that fight. Alright, guys. Give it to the tank that didn't get a gazillion freaking phone stacks. Alright. Is the queue time gonna be completely borked? There we go. I don't know why that first one took like 10 minutes. What the hell is this? This is an alliance raid. What? Okay. Sure, I guess. Give me a crystal tower. I need those. I need the items from those. I need 15 of those. That's what I can do in this video. I can do 15 circus towers. You guys want to watch me do 15 circus towers? I don't want to do 15 circus towers. Maybe I'll do something kind of dumb to help make it a little bit fun to do 15 circus towers in a row. Like maybe I can do like, I find that if I set like really weird like goals for myself, I tend to be able to do kind of mundane, not mundane, meticulous stuff like that. Is that even the right word? Mundane, meticulous? Oh, well, it's not. Alright, I'm not in the alliance queue anymore, I guess. Someone didn't queue up and it put me into a different queue. Litany. Fun. Jesus Christ, this fight takes so long. This fight takes forever. I have to say, like, the normal versions of Litany and Umbra take forever. Like, I don't, like, they have so much health for some reason. And I get, like, you know, when you're doing Savage, things go faster because, one, people generally know what they're doing. Like, they're playing on a job that they hopefully, you know what they're doing and more comfortable. And then also higher geared, you know, not the randomness of the duty finder. But, man, these fights is forever. Okay, you know, just pulling. Yeah, baby, trick attack. I love trick attack. I don't like putting it up, but I like trick attack. You know, I shouldn't say that. I think Ninja's fine. I like Ninja. Ninja's fine after you get Armor Crush, in my opinion. Once you have Armor Crush, Ninja's pretty fun. Double Ninja or any more than one Ninja is horrible. Just make it my mission to never play Ninja in Alliance Raid again to avoid that, or just accept the fact that I'm not going to time my tricks against everyone else's tricks. Man, that felt horrible. Ooh, man, I'm gonna miss these numbers. I wonder how much slower they're gonna get. I mean, they kind of give an example, but the example is like kind of weird. I wonder if DPS is gonna feel less satisfying with the smaller numbers. I mean, I guess like go do Stormblood content, and that's probably around the numbers we'll get, maybe. Umbra Smash. Dude, I'm ready for Pitch Bog. Is Pitch Bog even in normal mode? I don't think so. I mean, it might be. I don't. I don't think it is. Man, see, look, it's like, it feels like these fights take forever, but we've only been doing it for like 3 minutes. It's weird. I will say, these fights, I think Litany is probably a better fight than what's the other one? Umbra for this. But these fights are really good if you just got to 80, or you just geared something at 80 and you want to try to learn like your rotation. Because there's not like a whole lot to it. There's just enough mechanics to keep you moving, but for the most part, it's basically just like a special striking dummy to test your rotation on. Because there's just enough mechanics to keep you moving and dodging things. But at the same time, there's also there's no ad phase or breaks in the fight really, so it's really just an endurance rotation test, I guess. Kind of something good about the fight, I suppose. Oh, we have 2 dead people, apparently. Oh my god, 4 volt stacks. Oh man, what is with these tanks? Like, I don't know, are they just not dodging on purpose? Or like... I'm not actually paying attention to what they're doing. Ooh, double standard finish, double direct crit, double crit. I don't know, it feels like it's not actually that long of a fight. Maybe it's just because there's no breaks in the fight, like I said, that it feels long. Nothing's like, it feels long, but it's only been like 6 minutes. It's weird. There we go. It's dead. Good job, Muck Bro. Man, I got a commendation. I never get commendations when I dance. Can you put back in that Alliance raid? I wouldn't mind an Alliance raid right now. That sounds like fun. I mean, I could just queue the Alliance raid myself if I really wanted to, but you know. Suppose while I'm waiting, I might as well be productive and do all these other things I can do, like my hunt bills and stuff like that. And I've already done these ones apparently. Around this time is when I get really lazy about doing stuff like these, even though they're still very helpful to do. Uh, more so the older ones in like Heaven's Word and Stormblood than the current ones in Shadowbringers. Like if you don't need the nuts anymore, then yeah, it's not really that helpful. But I like doing the old ones for Heaven's Word and Shadowbringers because I use a lot of Ventures. I have like 6 retainers. So yeah, that's a lot of Ventures. Hey, look, Void Walker, like I said. We actually picked different partners this time. It's amazing. I used to really hate this fight, and then Iconoclasm came out, and then I realized that this fight actually isn't that bad comparatively. Like man, I just like even Iconoclasm isn't actually that bad. It makes my it makes my head hurt because I have to like kind of think ahead, I guess, for the portal mechanic. Even though the portal mechanic isn't even that difficult, it just I have to think a little bit harder than usual. So it just my mind just doesn't like it. Man, if I had known I was gonna get this many just normal raids from doing Mental Roulette, I would have just queued Mental Roulette when I was needing my raids, the drops from the raids. This is great, or it would have been great. I mean, not really helpful now. Like, I mean, I guess free tomes are free tomes, right? I don't think this is the one where we can stack. I think we have to spread for this still. I think our markers blow up at the same time. Just kind of, I'll move out if ours are gonna blow up. Yep. This is the one where if you have the purple marker you can stack. Because the stack marker blows up first, and they're all spreading. They all ran away. Oh, a couple came back. Yeah, now you spread. I mean, honestly, you can survive with just the people who don't have the markers just fine, I guess. So it's not even that big of a deal. Get knocked into this meteor. Man, did I just flourish when I had a Fountain Fall proc? Like an idiot. There's not a whole lot that goes into, like, optimizing Dancer. So, small mistakes like that really do add up. Especially when your numbers aren't that high to begin with. Oh, they're all filled, except for this one. Hey, we did it. Good job, everybody. Oh, that's not right. Where's the... Alright, well, bye. Here you go. Okay, here you go. Somebody take it. Anybody. Don't even know if you deserved it. I am of the mind if no one deserves the commendation, you don't give it out. And also, I mean, there's people who don't even care about the commendations, because they don't do anything for you once you have enough of them. I do think you need a certain amount of commendations, right, to become a mentor, if that's something you're trying to do. I don't know what that number is because apparently I already met the requirements for mentors whenever they release the mentor icons, I guess. And I guess there's the gold magic tech armor as well. I think that's 500 commendations. But beyond that, they don't do anything for you, which is kind of a shame. Like, I feel like they should add more, like, titles or something for commendations. I think that'd be pretty cool. How many do I have built up now? I have, like, over 5,000 on this character. I don't know how much I have on my other character. Oh, wait, what am I doing these on? Hold on. This is on Machinist. Alright, I'll switch to Machinist for a little bit while I complete these. How many have we done today? 3? That was left over from yesterday. I need to do 12 more. And we'll be on track, guys. We'll be on track. The grind don't stop until it ends, I guess. Or until I give up. There you go. Ooh. Yeah, I'm glad these are going by kind of quick now. I mean, the queues, I mean. I don't know why. That first one took so long, and I don't get it. Like, I literally can pull from every piece of content, basically. And it took so long. I keep getting these raids. It's fine, I guess. I don't mind them too much. It always picks the 4 DPS for the thingy, right? Yeah, this one. I'm pretty sure it does. I don't know. All ranged. I wish I had. Well, I do have. I have a ninja, obviously. Duh. I was about to say, I wish I had a melee geared up to play on this character, because it's mostly on my other character that I play melee. But I have ninja geared, kind of. I don't know if I'd want to play ninja for this kind of stuff, but you know. That'd be a fun little reversion. You know, I don't know if I finished my thought from earlier, but I was thinking like, yeah man, I could be like, we'll do 17 crystal towers in one video, one on each of the jobs. You know, just like something kind of silly and dumb like that. Because when I set sort of weird goals like that for myself, it makes those sort of things easier. Because I think when I was getting all of the like the base weapons, the base resistance weapons, that the ones that only require like 1,000 poetics to get, I think I did something similar where I did, I'm gonna do one of every alliance raid that was out, which was 10 total at the time. It was only up to copied factory for Shadowbringers at the time, and then the three alliance raid series of the previous expansions were out, obviously. So Crystal Tower, Mock, and Evilise. Return to Evilise. Honestly, that was kind of fun. I wouldn't mind doing that again. There's no reason to at this point. Like, the only really important ones right now are the Crystal Tower. Don't have to do improv this time, you know. So, you know, people don't have to stand in it. I wonder if it'd been better if I had saved Bioblaster instead. I don't know. These things probably don't survive long enough for it to matter. Am I tanking one of them? Ow. Man, if people are willing to do this for their raid items, why don't they do Shiva? Shiva's so cool. Pun totally intended. Shiva would totally be viable. Viable. Is viable a viable way of saying, god damn it. Is viable a viable way of saying viable? Viable sounds like vehicle. It's a viable vehicle for driving me insane. Oh boy. There's a fruit fly in my room. It's really bugging me. Also, there's ants. Like, not like a whole lot of ants. Like, I used to get a ton of ants back in the old house I used to live in. They would ruin my snacks all the time. I hated ants. But, I do get ants occasionally in this house I live in. But it's fairly rare and very infrequent. And also, for some reason, like, they're not even, like, a whole group of them. It's, like, just scouts. Like, they'll scout out. And it's not like I don't have snacks and stuff at my desk sometimes. I leave snacks at my desk all the time. But they don't come for them for some reason. It's weird. Give it to somebody. I don't even know if you deserve it. Just here, have it. This guy's still here. I was in that instance for like not that long. I don't actually know. Like 8 minutes. Oh, he's AFK. That makes a lot more sense. I still need to talk to this thing. Here you go. One of these are good EXP. They're pretty decent EXP. I remember I actually did use these to level a bit on my other characters. Actually kind of late. I got a lot of stuff done today. Not like YouTube stuff, but like I cleaned my room. Like I cleaned my room. I cleaned like full clean. You know, like I don't want people to think that my room's just a constant mess. Like, I do clean my room regularly. Like, I'll clean my desk and I'll, you know, make my bed and, you know, I'll clean up the shelf and all that stuff. But this is the first time I, like, super, like, actually clean. Like, I went through, looked at all the stuff that I have in my room, on my desk, in my shelf, under my bed, in my closet, all that stuff. And I just kind of, like, packed up a bunch of stuff that I didn't really need anymore. That was just taking up space, moved them out to the garage, vacuumed, sweeped, dusted. Sweep the walls. I cleaned the walls, scrub the walls. I mean, do you sweep walls? You don't really sweep walls, you scrub the walls. That's the right word. Scrub my windows, you know, I did all that stuff. It was horrible because there's, you know, dust and allergies and it was horrible. Sneeze, runny nose, the whole business. It was a terrible idea to do that, but you know, a couple hours of suffering with allergies, and my room's cleaner now, which is nice. And I feel like that does a lot for your physical and mental psyche, just having a cleaner room. Holy crap! It's just blast from the past stuff. Just old dungeons. Why not? We got Amarathi yesterday. But yeah, as I was saying, it does a lot for your psyche to have just, you know, a nice clean room. Yeah, I don't know. It's nice having just a freshly cleaned room. Adjusted to 470. I don't know how big we're gonna pull because it looks like this Dark Knight and this Astral Ocean are both new in here. Just realized these are endangered species that we're just murdering. I've done this dungeon so many times, I've never paid attention to the fact that these enemies were called endangered. That's hilarious. I'm still gonna murder the shit out of them though. God, I love this dungeon too. I think I was talking about it in my recording session last night. I loved the 3 launch level 80 dungeons we got for Shadowbringers. They were all great. All fantastic in their own rights. I feel like most people's favorite was the twinning, but honestly, that's probably my least favorite of the 3. As cool as it is to do the twinning and you know, having the music and Locust at the end was really cool too. I loved Locust. Great theme. This makes me want to play BioShock again. I love that game, even though there's so many things about that game that are horrible. Like the combat's pretty bad. I mean, that game is undoubtedly like a masterpiece, but there's definitely some things that could have used a bit more polish looking back. But you know, you can't diss an older game like that. When did that game come out? 2009-ish, right? Something like that. 2007. 2009-ish. I don't remember what music did they just have generic boss music before they added the rock version of Insatiable to these the first two dungeon bosses. Oh god. Automaton Queen just went into the water almost. Just chased that shark into the water. I love it. I don't remember, is this a cone or a circle? It's a big circle. God, I wish there was more reason to do level 80 roulette. There really isn't. I'll greet this stuff. That's the thing about dungeon gear. Unless it's like glamour that I want, I just greet everything, even if I can need on it. I don't know. Just on principle, that's what I like to do. Sometimes people don't even want this stuff, which is kind of weird, because I mean, I freaking Grand Company seals, hello? I need that stuff. Speaking of which, this is something that you probably don't care about if you've never made more than one character. It is really annoying how long it takes for you to be able to turn in gear for expert deliveries for your Grand Company. It takes forever before you can rank up high enough for you to be able to do that. Like, I think you have to rank up like 5 times, and it costs like a 15,000 credits total. And the thing is, the only other way to really get credits is like the Grand Company leaves. You know, you remember those things? They're only in a run reborn up to like 45 and fates. And as a new player, getting all that done, kind of annoying. Like, how many fates do you expect a new player to do? especially considering how much EXP you get from questing now. Like, it is practically impossible not to overlevel if you do any amount of side quests that they give you in a Realm Reborn. The amount of XP you get is insane from those quests. I don't know, just a little rant. It's something that annoys me. Again, it's not something that anyone else cares about unless they made an alt character before. And the thing is, you need to rank up in your Grand Company for certain things. Like, the hunt is probably the biggest thing for, like, hunt builds and stuff, I guess. Hunt builds, very useful for multiple reasons. Decent amount of gil you get. You can trade in, you know, Centurial Seals for a bunch of useful stuff. And also, a bunch of EXP you get. Nice chunk of EXP. It's like, great way to get EXP. Devilman is so good. If I'm being honest, it just makes me miss internal release. Man, the internal release used to be so much fun, especially back when we could cross class on like everything. I mean, it was obviously the best on Monk because Monk got like a 30% crit increase, right, for internal release. Everyone else got like a 10% or something like that. God, I miss internal release. Oh no, the Astrologian didn't hit the dancer with divination. Feels bad. You know, it might make things a bit easier, but I wish they would just increase the radius of some of the abilities, right? At the very least, AoE heals radius. Because like Medica 2, I think is unique in the fact that it's the only one that has a 20 yalm radius, and all the other ones are 15 yalms, right? Well, you know, besides Cure 3, Cure 3 is like very short range, which is the point. Don't increase the range on Cure 3. That wouldn't make any sense. But be a nice little quality of life thing. I don't know. It gets really, and it's like for the most part, in most like Savage and Trials, like everyone's gonna be coordinated enough in their positions to be able to hit by everything. But when it comes to just Duty Finder stuff, yeah, it's especially Alliance raids where there's a lot of space. Yeah, it would be really helpful to have that increased range or radius. Would it be radius or range? Radius is how big it is, right? And then range is how far away you have to be, or you can be, for you to cast it. Guess I can just use Wildfire in this trash. I keep forgetting to do that. It doesn't really help that much. I mean, I guess you really want to burn something down. Hey, look, it's an endangered Pegasus. Hey man, just do Palace of the Dead, you might get one. It's like a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting it from your stupid gold trim sacks or whatever. I shouldn't complain, I actually do have one. I didn't actually get it from the sack though, I bought it. Just, you know, yeah, I didn't get lucky, I made enough guild to bypass the amount of luck you might need. Whenever I open my gold trim stacks, all I get is nonsense. Well, catch you later, Night Pegasus. I have one, right? Yeah, I do. It's even on my hotbar. You know, strange thing. I was thinking about giving Pegasus to my other characters, right? Because you can get them with, shit, what are they called? Skybuilder scripts, right? From the Firmament. But for some reason, Pegasus, the Pegasus mount isn't tradable, like all the other mounts you can get. This is weird. Like, because you used to get those from, the Diadem, the old Diadem, the shitty one that no one liked and did, or did. Remember old Diadem? I was there for old Diadem. I didn't do old Diadem, but I was there. It was, I mean, it was really weird because all you did was you walked in there and you just killed stuff in a big circle, which is about as fun as it sounded, I guess. I mean, I can't really speak on it, I guess. I never actually did it myself. I just have, you know, secondhand accounts of people who did do it, and apparently it was not fun. It doesn't sound fun. Can you use arm's length on this? I don't know if you can. I don't think it works. I feel like I've tried that before, and it did not work. Feeling lucky. I forgot that these are actually counted as roulettes. Get anything nice from here? Not really. Eh. I don't feel like waiting around. Oh, we're not done yet. I have to do the beaver thing. What? No, no. Teleport. I wish they would make those more sticky. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for mouse users because you just click on it, right? But for controller, getting the hovering over the Aetheryte is kind of annoying. Beaver. Beaver. Does anyone ever like when you get these quests that are like say this phrase? Do you ever like type anything else in it other than exactly what it tells you to do? Because I know you can, like as long as that's in the phrase, I'm pretty sure it works, right? Hey man, maybe role players have a field day with those types of quests, and I don't get it. Knots and crosses. I think that was the first one, right? Back in Idleshire, you were killing the golems or deactivating them or whatever. Oh, let's get another one queued up. I got some more time. It's fun to get random stuff that you're not expecting, like academia. That was fun. Nice little blast from the past. Because I mean, look, I never queue 80 dungeons. Because I mean, you only get. I mean, I guess if you want the uncapped tome, it's okay. You get 100, but I mean, even if you do this, you do expert, you get 60 on top of the 80 that you get from the actual dungeon itself. It's like, yeah. All right, people are doing Hell's Lit a bunch for their freaking Hell's Lit. I did a bunch of Hell's Lit too. I was testing all the different dungeons to see which ones were fast and fun. Hell's Lit team seemed to be pretty popular. What was the other one that was pretty popular? Shit, what is the other one? Fractal Continuum Hard. Yeah, that was the other one that was pretty popular. I tried doing Gimlet Dark because that one's kind of I like that the music in that one, but no one liked Gimlet Dark or Zaburn. I like Zaburn too. I was not gonna do Alamigo. Temple of the Fist. You know, I didn't actually type Temple of the Fist. I think that might have been another popular one too. Temple of the Fist. I remember Temple of the Fist being a pain in the ass to heal. When I was doing my dungeons, I mostly went on Scholar. Good old Art of War. You know, people complained about Art of War. I actually really like it. In fact, I think it's my favorite AoE to use just because it's so quick and easy to use and simple. Like I know a lot of people love Holy because, you know, it's big and it's a big flashy white light and it stuns, but I actually don't like using Holy that much. Mostly because it takes too long. It feels really clunky. I'd much rather use Gravity or Art of War if I'm being completely honest, but hey man, maybe we'll get Holy too finally. Get upgraded versions of our AoE abilities. That'd be pretty cool for healers. Just more DPS options in general. Bring back more dots. Give us more stuff to do as a DPSing as a healer. Be really nice. Believe me, I have a whole spiel to talk about when it comes to making healers more fun in Endwalker, which hopefully they will do. My favorite part about doing my Hell's Lit runs for the resistance weapon was seeing the people who wanted to get out of swing and getting hit by it anyway. Like the Dark Knight just got hit with it, but because TBN is so freaking broken, it doesn't actually eat through the shield, so I don't think you get a bone stack if you pop TBN. I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's not that bad if you get hit by it. I mean, it's a knockback, I guess. It's kind of annoying, but it's not that far back. Honestly, I didn't mind it as a healer, healing through it. I mean, most of this stuff, it's just pretty easy to heal through now. Should I even bother running? I guess so. Everyone else is, well, not the tank, but everyone else. Tank can just go by the side. Got a bunch of seals doing this too, because no one else wanted to roll on these Farlander stuff for some reason. Like most of the runs I did, nobody rolled on the actual gear, so I was just making bank. I popped Seal Sweetener, like the solo version of Seal Sweetener that you get from Squadrons, and I turned it all in. I mean, I made so much seals, so much extra ventures. It was great. Oh man. It made up for all those days that I didn't bother doing my hunt bills for Heavensward and Stormblood to get extra ventures. Because I blow through a lot of ventures. Like I know some people like, well, Tsuki, why do you need so many ventures? I use a lot of ventures. People tend not to grab this chest as well because it's kind of out of the way. They just want to move on. And you should see, like, I have it all set up when it comes to ventures. Like I have this character and Luana all set up when it comes to ventures. I have 6 battle retainers on Luana. I have 3 battle retainers on this character, and I used to have one of every gatherer, but I realized very kind of quickly that the Fisher one wasn't that helpful for a lot of things. Like it was kind of helpful at the beginning of Shadowbringers to get like oysters and shrimp. But yeah, after I had stacks of those that I didn't need to gather anymore, I quickly realized that I was only using my Fisher for like quick exploration, which are fine. Like you can get some nice dyes and stuff from that. But I ended up switching my Fisher to another botanist for more materials. That seemed a much better use of a retainer slot. And when I'm feeling like it, I'll actually every hour I'll log into Luana to do her ventures too. So it's like I have 12 retainers instead of 6. I get so many items. Like you should see how many Hydrosian umbrellas I have stocked. I have like 20,000 Hydrosian umbrellas right now, and I just crafted like 4,000 syrups the other day. Cause I'm insane. Like I need the syrups to turn in for leaves. I make so much money. Oh my god. Look, when I'm all set up, I want to do a video about it when I'm all set up on my characters and it. But I make a lot of gil with leaves. I mean, I had to compensate somewhere, right? After they got rid of the amount of gil you could make from. Because you used to make gil from collectibles with the old collectible system. You don't anymore. You know, when they switched to the new system that they have implemented now, where it's the same item, no matter what. Because it used to be on like a rotation of like several different things you could do for collectibles, and you'd get gil as well, and there'd be like a bonus thing, like there'd be like an item in need, kind of like how it is with the Grand Company ones. You get extra extra scripts and extra gil from doing that. I used to make a lot of gil doing those. It was a lot of fun. But unfortunately, they got rid of that in like 5.3, 5. I want to say like 5.3 is when they got rid of the amount of gil you could make from those. 5.3, maybe like 5.2. I don't know. It was a fun time, and then they got rid of it, and it made me sad. Got rid of my gil making. I also made a ton of gil at the start of the expansion selling crafter materia. This was also before they made it so that you don't blow up your gear when you get materia from it. Like now you get to 100 spirit bond and you just reset the spirit bond in your gear. It used to be you'd blow up the gear, like it'd be gone. Like you trade it in basically for materia. I don't know how many people are watching this who haven't played back then, you know, who saw, what, maybe a year ago? Maybe slightly more than a year? I feel like most people who watch my channel are probably been here a while. I don't know why I'm talking like people who wouldn't have been playing back then, but you know, it's nice to reminisce on how things were. Remember Greed Only Alliance raids for the whole 6 weeks that lasted or whatever? It wasn't very long. I feel like there's a lot they could do with this fight. Like if they tried to make like an EX version of this fight, not this fight in particular, but like using these same mechanics with the like the moving hexagon thing, I think that'd be pretty cool. That's kind of what I hope for with EX fights, you know? I feel like, or at least more EX fights. Like you can make like hard DPS checks and all that, but I like the fights I like the most when it comes to EXs are the ones that have like fun gimmicks and stuff like that. Like DDR was kind of fun. I mean, it's a very small part of that entire Suzaku fight. The Dance Dance Revolution part. That's a little fun little thing. I remember I don't remember which fight it was, but I used to make fun of the fight called the Dance Dance Revolution fight because he had to move so much. I don't remember what it was. It might have been Tizamiel Darkhold, the second boss, back when that was hard. It might still be hard, I don't know. You know, because people make things difficult and they really should be. Goodbye, Genbu. How many of these have we done today? Man, see, nobody wants the gear. Just give me all the seals. I'll take it. Thank you for the seals. Yummy, yummy seals. Ah. I'm being honest. I kind of need a break. Oh man, what was that? Oh right, sub notifications. I mean, like YouTube sub notification, not like Twitch subs. Much less excited to get a YouTube sub than a Twitch sub. But I forgot that I have that on. I don't have the actual alert on, but the sound effect's still on. I think I have it set up so that it's like the fat cat. It's like a fat cat GIF. GIF. Is it GIF or GIF? What do you guys say? Isn't that like a peanut butter brand? GIF. Hold on. While we're waiting for this queue. GIF peanut butter. Peanut butter? Yeah, GIF. J-I-F. Jif. I don't really eat peanut butter, I just realized. Like I used to when I was younger. Like I used to just, you know, take a slice of bread, one slice of one bread, and put it like put peanut butter on one side. I didn't like jelly. I still don't like jelly. I should clarify. I don't like jelly. I don't even like pies. Like I don't really like jelly based pies or anything. I don't know, just the texture's kind of weird. I don't really like the texture of jelly, I guess. But yeah, I would just take peanut butter, one slice of bread, one side peanut butter all over the bread. I'd eat that as like a snack or like lunch, like a really pitiful lunch. Like that. I mean, if you're comparing that to like I don't know, like a Maruchan, like a cup noodles. I think I'd still take the cup noodle over the bread. You know, I like to shit on cup noodles, like basic cup noodles, but I actually enjoy eating cup noodles as like a snack or like a just an occasional like lunch or dinner, you know, like not all the time. Like if you're just eating that, like there are definitely better instant noodles you can get than just like a basic 80-cent cup noodle. They're probably not even 80 cents anymore. They're probably like $2 now or something. I like to like completely crap on those, but I don't actually mind eating them. Like I'll go to the store and sometimes I'll see like those big packs of like, you know, there's 12 like in a box, and I'll pick it up. Hell, pick it up like $4, $4 or $5, and then you know, just like something to have as a snack. Hey, look, it's the same Dark Knight, but well, that was our Dark Knight, but now she's a summoner. I never finished getting all the glams I wanted from this dungeon. I got all the glams I wanted on Luana, but on my main character, I never finished getting them all. I did a lot of trusts to get my glams. Because you don't have, I mean, you get less drops, but you don't have to roll against anyone else. This is also the other thing. Kind of nice. Yeah, nice auto crossbow, hitting one target. Good job, Tsuki. You are an expert machinist. Eat some basic food. Man, I like this Hrothgar's glam. You know, I learned the other day, apparently you need a, because Hrothgar don't have like actual hairstyles, they have fur styles, right? You actually need to use a Fantasia to change your fur style, apparently. I didn't know that. That sucks. Like, why would you do that, Square Enix? That's terrible. I mean, there are crazy people who like buy Fantasias like all the time. I'm not one of those people. I make do with the free Fantasias I've gotten. Cause I think I know you get at least 2. At least I get at least 2 every new character I make. And then you also get one. Well, you used to get one for veteran as a veteran reward, right? Like 30 or 90 days or something like that. But they changed the veteran reward system now, so you don't get it from the veteran reward. Instead, you get it from completing the 2.0 story. When you beat the Praetorium, it's like a quest reward that you can get. And that's the free Fantasia you get. So if you accidentally mess up on your character and you, I don't know, you messed up their face, or you gave them a really annoying voice. That's a thing too I wish they would do. They would add is a preview for your battle voice. You know, not Bard's battle voice, not the ability, but like you know, when you won't notice it if you play a caster or a healer, but any Disciple of War, when you attack, there's like a chance that you'll do like a battle voice grunt or yell or something like that. And sometimes the battle voices that you get they sound nothing like the preview voices you get on like the emails and stuff in the character creator. It's crazy. Some of them are like incredibly annoying or just sound completely awful. It's amazing. I haven't actually done this fight a whole lot, or this dungeon a whole lot in the Duty Finder. Most of my experience with this dungeon has been in trusts. Because I don't really do expert very much anymore. Like, if I do cap, it's because I do other things. I think it's funny too if you go in with trusts, and sometimes if you take the spot where you put your lightning thing down, where one of the trust's NPCs was gonna go, they'll just keep their keep their buff and stack in the middle with everyone else and just put it on the whole party. Which I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't even hurt that much. Like, you don't even need to bother putting it down if you really don't want to. Because it barely does anything. It's very easy to heal through. I mean, probably if all 4 people did it. But if it's just like one person doing it, it's not that bad. That's another thing that's kind of weird. Why don't you battle grunt when you cast? I mean, I imagine you exerting yourself if you're casting something, right? You're channeling your aether or something. Ether. That's another thing. I constantly go back and forth with how you pronounce aether and ether. I guess I think technically it's ether. Like, I think that's how that's how it's pronounced in Locust, the song Locust, right? So it's probably ether, but I say aether sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. People say astrologian, so you know. I think I dunked on people who said astrologian in the last video too, that I did last night. So maybe I shouldn't be dunking on astrologianists so much. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Astrologian, astrologian. What was it? I don't remember if I did this bit on a video, but I was like, hey, next time you see someone or you hear someone pronounce it astrologian, just say that you prefer Scholar better. Scholar. I already possessed one of those. Okay. You know, one of the little text bubbles that you can get while going through this, like one of the NPCs will be like, is that the Azure Dragoon? When Estinian comes and saves his ass. But isn't Estinian the Crimson Dragoon now after the Dragoon questline? Wasn't it the Stormblood Dragoon questline, right? Where it became the Crimson Dragoon? It's not the he's not the Azure Dragoon anymore. I mean, is he even the Azure Dragoon anymore? Because he's not affiliated with Ishgard, right? He's more independent now? I don't even know. Like, what's the lore behind that? Who's the Azure Dragoon now if he's not? Do we even need Azure Dragoons now so that the Dragon Song War's over? Probably. I mean, I'm pretty sure they still help out in upholding stuff. Do I have one of these? Those are kind of wonky. I don't know. One of these days, I'll just do this for glamour. I'll come in cute as a healer and get all the healer glam I want. Man, the range on these cones are pretty generous. Man, I still like. You know what I wish they would do? They'll never do this. Is animation glamours. I wish they would, because I would glam so many. There's so many animations that are gone that don't exist anymore, or I mean they exist because you know NPCs have them, but we don't have access to them anymore, right? There's so many cool animations that are just, you don't get them anymore. Like Butcher's Block, so much cooler than Storm's Path. I would put Butcher's Block on Storm's Path right away. Wide Volley. Wide Volley was so cool. How are you going to get rid of Wide Volley and leave us with Quick Knock? Like, come on, Square Enix. Wide Volley was so cool. Arrow 3, the little staff twirl was so awesome. And also the ability itself, just having an AoE dot was so cool for white mages. Oh my god. Yo, can we get Arrow 3 back, but in the form of Dia? Can we get Dia 2, but it's just Arrow 3? It's basically just an AoE Dia 2. And it doesn't replace Dia, it's a different thing, right? Can we get more than one dot on healers again? I feel like that's a very easy way to make DPSing as a healer more interesting. Just give them back some of their dots. You know, so you're not just spamming, you know, Glare or Broil 3 or Combust. Is it Combust 3 now or Combust 4? Combust 4, right? Yeah, not spamming Combust 4 for 27 seconds while you're waiting for your dot to come off, or to be reapplied, not come off cooldown. I find it strange that I've somehow managed to do like 3 different roulettes in this video without actually queuing for those roulettes, because we got normal raid roulettes, we got level 80 roulettes, and now we got expert in here. And we almost had Alliance raid roulette. Remember that Alliance raid queue we got into and then weren't in anymore? That was fun. I wanted to know which one it would have been. It probably would have just been like World of Darkness or something. I do find it strange that they made... Well, actually, it's not that strange, because you do need to do Crystal Tower to progress the story. Oh, yes, my favorite, the Enochian Killers. I made that joke before, right? These dragons? I call them the Enochian Killers, because that's what they do. They kill your Enochians so good. I have one of these already, right? I don't really like wearing it, but you know. But anyways, what was I talking about? Alliance raids. I was gonna say it's weird that you have to do so many crystal towers, but the Mach and Evil East raids are part of the the quest that you only do once. Like you could have done the 18 Maki and Ivalice raids, or you could have done Fates, or I don't know what the Baja equivalent was. Probably critical engagements or something of the sort. And these are dying really slowly. I say as one of the DPS responsible for killing them fast. But yeah, I guess it does make sense that they made the Crystal Tower one the repeatable one, because you actually do need to get through Crystal Tower to complete the story. And it's very early on too that it just hard stops you. I don't know exactly where. I think it's like maybe in 2.4 or something. I definitely know it's before you get to Ishgard. It'll just hard stop you. Like it'll be like, hey, go do Crystal Tower right now. You can't accept this quest until you do Crystal Tower. Go do it right now. Which is kind of weird because the Crystal Tower story doesn't, you know, come into effect until much later in Shadowbringers. So I figured there'd be a little bit more lenient on when you have to complete it by. But no, it's like before you can even get to Heavensward stuff. It's like, hey, go do it. All right, this is Akmorn. Ready outie. That's a very weird damage marker, by the way, because that looks like the tower markers that you're supposed to stand in. I think the first time I did this, I was like, oh, you stand in that, right? Because it looks like the tower. Nope, you don't. You actually don't. Oh god, what is it with the tanks today? They love stacking up those Vuln stacks today. I don't know what it is. Can't shake the hits. And I actually wanted to do some like recording on the Let's Play, but I don't think I have it in me. I mean, first off, I was expecting to start my recording session earlier in the day, right? Like before dinner time. Like I was planning to do like this video before dinner, finish up this video, and then afterwards work on some of the Let's Play. But yeah, the fact that I started cleaning and then I had to wait until my allergies calmed down because I was just sniffling and blowing my nose so much that it would not have been a good idea to record at that time. So yeah, but I mean, hey, 2 days in a row, that's something. I haven't rendered the other video, so I mean, what good is recording if you don't actually render and post it? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? You know how many recordings I've done where I've just absolutely failed to ever post it, and then I just never ended up posting it because so much time had passed since the recording date that I just figured, no one wants to see this. Too many. And the funny thing is, I don't even delete those. They're still on my computer. They're still like, I have a hard drive where all my recordings go, and they're just still there. Chest wrap of healing, earring of healing. Yay. Oh, hey, look, I got the chest wrap. I don't think I have that on this character yet. That's nice. Oh, God. I can do one more. We can do one more. Moichido, uno mas. I don't know any other ways to say it. Watch us get a really long one now. My voice could definitely use a break though. It's weird. Sometimes, like, before I used to do these really long ones all the time. Remember that one time I did it for 10 hours? And I did like the 12-hour stream for the launch of Shadowbringers. I don't know, maybe I just need to do it more often and train my voice. But now, like, I do this for like an hour and a half or 2 hours and my voice starts getting more raspy and as my throat like gets more dry and sore, I guess. But maybe it's like one of those things where you just kind of have to build up your tolerance to it, and it gets better the more consistent you get. Because I remember, like, I'd have a lot of jobs where I have to like stand around on my feet like all day for like, you know, 10 hours. And like I remember my first day doing that job. This is the same job at Amazon, by the way. I should just mention. I think I took an absolute dump on Amazon last night, my recording session. But you know, just to clarify, I'm talking about Amazon again. But I remember the first day of that job. It was just like orientation and like learning. So it wasn't even like physically you doing anything. It was just you standing around watching other people do stuff as they told you how to do things. But it was standing around, and my legs just stopped working by the end of that day. Like, they were stinging and sore. I had to like lean on a table to continue standing up. And like eventually after doing that job for long enough, it stops hurting, I guess. Man, I haven't done this in forever. And then one time I took a leave of absence and just, you know, and I wasn't working for about a month. I came back and the same problem happened on my first day back, right? Because like my legs just could not handle it. But, you know, after a few days, I got used to it again. So maybe it's like one of those things. I just need to record more often in a more consistent pattern, and eventually I'll gain enough tolerance to make it so that my voice doesn't go out. I don't remember these. I know you use the airship to avoid a ground AoE. There's one where you use the rock to do something. What the hell is that one? I don't remember what that one's about. I don't know. I'm sure someone will remember what you're supposed to freaking do. I don't know. Oh, we were in battle that whole time. I could have popped whatever. It doesn't really matter. Oh, this is level 70 content too, I forgot. I'm so used to getting sick down to 60 for some reason. It's that one. I don't remember what these do. Oh, this is just fire resistance, okay. That one's simple. Also, the savage ones are completely different from memory. I don't know. I don't remember the second tier of Omega very much. Like, I did a lot of the first tier, and I did a lot of the last tier. Freaking Escape, man. Escape and Heartless. I still never got Heartless, by the way, I don't think. Like, I'll probably have to go buy that at some point. And this one is just, turn into an airship to avoid the ground pound. I don't know what this do. What did it do? Does it follow me? It probably follows me. I am like pretty certain it follows me. Yep. This one's just hide behind the rock, right? Oh, it's from the painting, not the middle. Doesn't the rock go away if you do it too early, though? I don't know. I don't remember. I shouldn't talk. It's been so long since I remembered how to do these fights. I do remember being really annoyed with this tier. I think that's why I didn't do it that much. Because there's just... I mean, it was really fun learning the fights, but after a while, like, there's so many mechanics that were just annoying to deal with that I just didn't like doing the second tier. Even though I really like all the 6 references and that. It was just kind of annoying to do after a while. I remember Phantom Train being a pain in the ass as well. And this one, whoever gets that is supposed to just blow a safe spot for us. Anybody do it. Anybody do it. Okay, I'll do it. I saw someone do it. That's why I thought, oh, well, you know, that's fine. He'll do it. No one else did it. And I am just, like, not doing things right on my rotation at all, but, like, who's paying attention? What? Excuse me? What happened there? Did someone rescue the healer into the bad spot? I didn't see what happened. I just know that a rescue was used and somebody went flying in the wrong spot. Wow. Catch your eyes later. I am out of here. There you go. Okay, here you go. Okay. I think that's kind of a weird one to end off on, but whatever. We'll finish this off and then we'll go end things. There's a bunch of people here. What if they're doing maps? I think this is where one of the map locations are. Yeah, my voice needs a break. Oh man, I can feel it going. Man, I thought I had more time. And my voice sounds different, that's why. Hell yeah, I avoided doing Dalradia again. I told myself, hey, I should probably do it this weekend, because next weekend I know I'm going to be busy doing something else. And then, and then I somehow weaseled my way out of doing it. I'll be like, you know what? I don't have to do the Dalradia if I'm productive in other ways. Other ways being recording. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I need to take a break from my voice. So, thank you guys so much for sticking with me for these random videos that I do. I gotta go. My voice is going. Sayonara. Bye-bye. No time to get sentimental. I'm dying.